Finally, me and ChatGPT got my hair to this color, back where I want to be. I love it. I love it. It's been a trek, a journey. But there you go. I got my color back. Brought this brownie. It was as hard as rock. I had to microwave it. Not too sweet, not too chocolatey. When I say not too chocolatey, you're not overpowered by chocolate or the bitterness of cocoa. Would I buy it again? No. I don't think it's one of the products that move fast off the shelf, fast moving products. I'm probably maybe the only person who buys a brownie. Yeah. People can go to that place to eat. You know, it's a sort of a restaurant. Yeah. Just a little chocolate cake to tantalize your palates for the festive season. A little indulgence doesn't hurt, in moderation. Yeah. I think those are little chunks of nuts. Smells good now that I microwaved it, but otherwise it was just a hard piece of a brownie, I guess. Plant, the petunia plant a friend gave me.
I'm sure these don't cost much more than what we just did without our.
Sometimes an old school way of making coffee is better than nothing. Just a nice old school flavorful coffee through the filter. Yes, I use the pods in there, even though I do have a machine, but I like it this way. And some Swiss Dubai chocolate. Too much cocoa butter for me. I like chocolates that are almost 99% cocoa. So, although if you love the very soft cocoa buttery Dubai chocolate, this is for you. And I didn't think they had enough filling in it. So, not the best for me, but the person who gave it to me raved about it, and I shall consume it. And yes. This is lunch. Basmati, broccoli, carrots, peppers. I'm your quintessential product junkie, and I love to try out products, and that's why I do it with such vim and vigor. This nutmeg, better than all those branded store brands of nutmeg you buy. This, you actually feel like they grated that nutmeg. It's not powdery. You get little pieces that when you bite into it, it tastes like nutmeg off the tree. It pays to experiment. It pays to try out different brands. This is made in Lebanon, bought in Ghana, and it is flavorful. It is fragrance. It is naturally fragrance. It's not played with. It's just, I love it. These are the simple things in life. And apparently the brand was made in 1850. established in 1950. Well, Arbido spices in Beirut. Good job. Fine chocolates have meaning. See that? So this symbol means a good farmer. Okay, so this is my story today. I love my cappuccinos. I make my own at home, but I love to try out various cappuccino shops or cafes that sell cappuccinos or matcha. And in the town I live in, I'm slowly noticing a lot of cottage garage cafes are sprouting up. One of them is Ginger Pink. But above all, I feel like in the city that I live in, their cappuccino is the best. It's the recipe, the formulation I find is always great. It doesn't really matter who makes it. So I always treat myself, when I go out shopping, run errands and stuff like that, if there's a mug and bean around, know that I'm going to buy a large, serious cappuccino, sometimes decaf or not. Always with oat milk, since now it's available. Otherwise, I used to order almond milk, which I can't stand because I don't think we're in almond milk territory region to be able to make good almond milk. It just tastes like, I would say it tastes like sewage. It's like watery, I don't know what. Anyway, so today I went to the Mug and Bean and bought my usual cappuccino with oat milk. Got to the car and I always do a takeaway. I never sit and drink. No, I want to either drink it when I get home or just before I get home, whatever it is, or as I'm driving. But I never really drive and drink and drive, so that's out. Something just told me to taste, have a sip before, and I have my own Starbucks closures which I use so that it doesn't spill, and I have my own straws so that, you know, I'm covered when I'm driving. So I taste it and it is bitter, nasty, and I'm in shock. And I'm like, no, let me taste it again. When I taste it, it tastes rancid. And the smell of rancidity or just spoiled milk. And then I realized, you know what? This is my treat. I'm not a return product person. I will find a use for it, or, you know, I will just go on my merry way. But I thought, no, this is my treat. I came here for this. I need to go back and let them taste it and, you know, see what I'm talking about. So I decided, let me go back. So I take it to the back to Mug and Bean, and I tell the cashier, look, the milk is off. And I'm like, taste it just to confirm that it is spoiled. She didn't. She was not going to, she didn't say it, but she just looked at me like, and then she told the girl who made it to check the milk. And then the chef happened to just come, and he was told that the milk was spoiled and stuff like that. So I'm watching them. The chef takes the container out of whatever fridge it was in, or whatever it was, storage place. I don't know how cold that place is. Takes it out, and I can tell it's been used. So my drink was not the only one. He tastes it, and I'm watching him, and his face screws up like it tastes awful. And my thing was, then I say, smell it as well. They smell it, screws up his face, tastes it, it screws up his face. Then the cashier tells the lady who made the milk to also taste it. She smells it, she screws up her face, and then she tastes it, and then she spits it out. She grabs a napkin, spits into and puts it in the bin. So obviously something is wrong with the milk, right? And I'm saying check expiration date. Now I shouldn't even have said that to them, because I always realize the city I'm in or the country I'm in, the customer is never right. They will always make it like you are the problem. So I didn't bother. So I just said it. I said, check this. So they showed it to me. I didn't even look at it to say that it hadn't expired. And my thing is, expiration dates don't mean a thing to me, especially in this country, because storage and transportation of the products is an issue. I buy plant milk, and a lot of times the expiration date may be fine. The product is rancid, is off. It tastes like it was stored with the laundry detergent, so you're tasting the fragrance of the soap of a soap product. So I never bother. I'm never shocked. So they're all standing there now, baffled. Nobody knows what to do. Then the cashier says, nobody knows what oat milk tastes like, so they don't even know the difference. But my thing is, oat milk is bland. It's not like you're tasting matcha. It is bland. So it's either doesn't taste nice or has no taste, basically. Or, for anyone who, if you don't know what oat milk tastes like, it's not going to have any distinct. It's like eating oats. It doesn't really have a taste unless you put your vanilla essence and your almond or your nutmeg or cinnamon in it. So now they're all aghast, and I'm like, I see the container is the OOOJ, the blue and white container, which is by a brand that I don't like their products either. The products I like, the brand that makes the best of the oat milks for me is the butternut. There's another one from Australia. I do not know why we are importing from Australia. It's overpriced. Tastes very good, overpriced. So I don't bother with it at all, because the way I drink oat milk, it has to be. I cannot be buying oat milk that costs the price of a car. Like I feel like I'm buying a new car. Anyway, so now everybody is baffled. I'm still telling the cashier, taste my drink. I know it's not nice to do that, but you have to prove me wrong or right. She said, well, we don't know what it tastes like, what oat milk tastes like. For me, that was a problem. Fortunately, she said, we can give you almond milk, which I didn't want, but I thought, yes, let me just do almond milk. I'll bring it home, I will add my oat milk to it, and I will solved. But for me, what was astonishing is the chef, the girl who makes the coffee, and the cashier. They're in the food industry. They're in a restaurant, a cafe. Excuse me. Excuse me. They do not know what the product tastes like. The food product tastes like. How are you making it, and how are you working there? You don't know what it tastes like. So when a customer comes and says, I don't like this product, this is off, this doesn't taste, you can't even, your palate is not discerning. It can't tell you whether something is off or is not off, or it doesn't taste right, because it's in that fridge. That fridge does not look, it looks like a chiller, not even a chiller. It doesn't look like, it just looks like a storage, like a room temperature sort of of container, and I'm thinking to myself, it's probably rancid, it's spoiled in there. And the cashier keeps saying, we got it from the store. And I'm like, you can get it from the store and it's off. Meaning that the store across, which is right there, I know what the grocery store across there stores it, but I know the grocery store where she's pointing to is failing. I had just come from there and nothing looked good. Everything looked expired, and there really was not much to choose from. Anyway, they offered the almond, and I thought, I'm not a fussy person. I'm not going to make a big deal about it. I would take the almond because for me, I had come for my treat. But my thing is, regardless of the fact that the product was off or what, they had never tasted oat milk. How is that? Why do we have people working in our establishments and they do not even know what they are serving you? I think that is, I don't even know what word to use. I don't even know what word to use. Then the next thing is, this company, they moved location, same place, same street, further up. The first time I couldn't find them. It took me months to find them because their signage is so small and is low on the ground. And I told them the first time, I said, your signage is too small. Nobody's going to find you. So when they moved up, I tried to find them a week ago, and finally today I said, let me take my time and look for it. I eventually found it, same thing. I went in and said, your signage is too small. They don't even look like they're going to make money because, first of all, nobody can find you. Second of all, service is slow. And they have some sort of boutique in there that has nothing that is enticing. The girls in there are on their phones, lackadaisical, nonchalant. There's no cafe experience. I wasn't even going to go and sit down. But it's not the first time I've been there. I find the staff is so not interested in what they're doing. They bring the value and the standard of the place down in the first place. The girl who served me was polite, but the service was slow. Whoever was making, I asked for a matcha latte. First of all, it was sweetened. Nobody, and my thing is, I want it hot. It is hot, but it is in this plastic container that comes for a cold drink. How are you serving? So it cannot be very hot. Right off the bat, that is a no-no. You're serving me a hot drink in this plastic cup, and I know that the plastic is absorbing whatever, the drink is absorbing all the toxicity of this plastic cup from the heat. And this is how, she brought this to me, and I said, I had to ask her for a straw. How am I going to drink this? It is not made for a warm drink. What did she expect me to drink it with? Nobody is teaching these people anything. These young people. Even the person who makes it, are they tasting this drink? It doesn't taste like matcha. It just looks like a green drink with a lot of sugar and a lot of... I asked for oat milk, so that's what I guess I got. But I mean, why are we hiring staff or not training them, not letting them taste the foods? That's why there's theft also in these places. People are going to steal because you're not allowing them to taste the stuff. They're going to steal it because it looks good. They're going to steal to take home. The person who makes it doesn't care. And fortunately for me, because I know that the coffee here is good. I try all coffees. I go to all these places and try them. I've tried. Everybody who makes matcha in this city does not know how to make matcha. So the matcha does not taste good. I always come home and have to doctor it myself. I am now I found a place where they actually sell good grade matcha, and I'm going to go and buy it, invest in that, and forget about matcha in this
Please, I asked the cashier at Mug and Bean about matcha. I always ask them about matcha, but they say they don't make it. And I think they don't make it because it's probably not feasible in terms of matcha is still in its experimental stages, or is in the grade of matcha that they would want to use would be probably so pricey that it wouldn't be worth selling. I don't know. That's my thought. But I can't wait for them to start making matchas. It was on their list some years ago, but I guess nobody was ordering it at the time because matcha was not trending. But this was my experience today. Is that I am just astonished at the staff never knowing what a product that they're serving may taste like. Even the chef, and I'm saying he was a chef, he was wearing the chef or the cook or whatever he is, the attire you wear when you are the head chef you're the kitchen, the person who is baking the goods or responsible for the food, stuff like that. He is tasting it. He has never tasted oat milk. The girl who's making the coffee hasn't tasted oat milk. The cashier has never tasted oat milk. So they were ready to tell me, no, if they had their way, they would have sent me, they wouldn't have given me an alternative. They would have made me believe that it tasted okay. You are all scrunching up your faces. One is spitting it out. One is smelling it. They're all smelling it. It doesn't smell right. Oat milk doesn't even have a scent that you can say, a distinct scent. It smells like nothing. So this is it. I mean, I don't get it. I was just saddened because customer service is a very sensitive issue for me here. And so I really didn't want to take my coffee back, but I was like, I am not going to get sick on this coffee. I'm not going to take spoiled milk in my coffee home. Because immediately I had those 2 sips, my stomach was upset. Immediately, and I know that. I didn't even need to go and tell them that. I knew straight away. I did 2 sips because I was like, this is nasty. This smells nasty, tastes nasty. And the brand of oat milk also, it should not be, we should not even sell it. They don't make, their line of plant milks never taste good. Butternut does the best, and then the Australian brand I'm talking about, I can't remember what it is, Milk Lab. Their oat milk tastes good as well. But, and of course they're adding stuff to oat milk and all that to make it taste a certain way. But because I try to make it at home, but it comes out slimy because oat does have that sort of, should I say, glutinous texture to it. So it'll give it that sort of sliminess that you really don't want. Anyway, enough said. I'm just sharing this because I feel that we're not training our staff well. We're not honoring these young people. Most of them are young people. We're not making them discerning, not making them also customer care. They didn't. If they could have sent me away, I'm sure they would have loved to do that. But my fact that the hesitation to do anything was the fact that they knew it did not taste nice. But because they felt they did not know what oatmeal tastes like, they couldn't come to a decision. I mean, anyway, we can do better.
This was absolutely tasteless. Store-bought savory pizza slice. I've eaten better. It is A very moist. I don't know if it's moist or oily. And I think there's too much, I don't know if it's cinnamon, so it has a bitter end taste. Not for me. This is my Friday grocery haul. Some scroochie for my soups. I've got some vegetables, spring rolls. I found some Illy espresso coffee, the capsules. I saw some cinnamon tea. Got some cleaning sponges, some plain candles. I saw these chocolates. I figured I'll try them. They seem to be made in Botswana. I got some no creamy tomato soup, and I got some Denny's tomato soup. I bought some condensed milk and some more cleaning sponges. So that's my Friday haul. So we spent Christmas and the New Year in Accra in night villas on Switchback Road, and the property owner gave us this massive gift basket. In that gift basket was this big box of biscuits. We had king size bed sheets, Alaskan or whatever, but Wyoming or Texan, that size. We had champagne, we had wine, we had all kinds of canned foods and coffee and tea, and it was such an overwhelmingly big gift basket. We shared it with so many friends and family. But apparently that's the norm. Gift baskets are a norm. Ghanaians are warm in giving and they share and all that. So wasn't a surprise, but it was also like, wow. Anyway, since then, everywhere I look, offline, online, this brand, which has been around for 1,000 years, is showing up everywhere. And then I'm watching the nomadic introvert, Nomi, and she's making this cheesecake thing with Biscoff. And I'm thinking to myself, I found a use for these biscuits. Apart from sharing, and they come in there many, there, I don't know how many of these sachets there are. And so I was like, at least I found a way. I've been giving them out, but I said I have another reason to use them. So I had already mixed, this is natural yogurt, kefalos. I mixed this already with some condensed milk because I wanted something sweet the other day. And then I also added some sweet molasses. I always feel like I want something that sweetens things but has a nutritional value. So the sweet molasses has iron. So I'm going to use this thing of biscotti and put it into this yogurt overnight, as per the supposedly Japanese cheesecake recipe. I did that cheesecake recipe probably 2 months ago. Did not know it was called a Japanese cheesecake, but I looked for different quick desserts when my niece was visiting, and one of those things was the same yogurt and biscuits or cookies or whatever. So I'm trying this again now with this Biscoff. As usual, I'm not sticking to the plot. I'm going to add these so they don't sit in and get soft and stale. So I'm going to add them in there as well. Just see if it makes a difference. And just push them down to the bottom and see how this turns out. It's going to be cheesecake with a zing, and I don't see why not, because you do cheesecake bases with ginger biscuits, all kinds of biscuits. So let's see how this turns out. I'm going to mash it up a little. Yeah, I guess I'm typical, not following the crowd, doing my own thing. But you know what, if you don't want biscuits to get stale, this is what you do. Turn it into what? Cheesecake alternative. So I'm going to leave it this way, and I'll show it to you tomorrow. So this is the overnight. Let me taste it. It is a nice dessert. As to whether it tastes like cheesecake, no way. And for people who don't like soggy things, let me mix it up and see. This might not be for you. There are people who textures matter. And I think I'll have to try it again because I think maybe I should have added a whole packet. It's a mushy dessert, so I just mixed it up. So if you want something that's like a cereal, a porridge, because I think I might add more biscuits to it and see what happens. This is my errands outfit of the day, run errands outfit of the day. So this is it. Everything old, very, very old. This is The Loft by Aunt Taylor, Joe Ben Bassett, Chinese laundry shoes. Chinese laundry shoes, 2 years old, but the rest I've had forever. And this is it. With a headband. My sister, somebody gave it to my sister, she gave it to me because she doesn't wear Alice bands. So this is outfit of the day. It's a Friday, running errands. This is what I wore. This is my outfit of the day. It's a Friday. It's the outfit I'm wearing to run errands. The Loft by Aunt Taylor, Joe Ben Bassett, Chinese laundry shoes, and that's it. It's summer, anything for me to feel cool, and that's that. I love when there's a story. No oil. Whatever oil they've used inside the spring rolls, I'm going to let do the job. No oil in the pan. Dark roast, as it said. I'm loving this for me. Aroma is not bad. Can't say the best, but not bad. I don't know why chocolate brands do this. This does not taste like anything. I can't tell you that it tastes like salted caramel. It just doesn't. Where's the caramel? Where's the saltedness? I don't know the saltiness. It just doesn't taste like any. It just tastes your boring, over cocoa buttered piece of chocolate. Nothing tasty. It doesn't taste like anything. So as always, I treat myself to a cup of coffee and a matcha latte. So I just tried the matcha latte. It was a shock to my body because for the first time, although I found it extremely milky, it wasn't, I got what I wanted. I wanted that sort of bitter, earthy taste. It's a little thick. I'm not complaining. It could be thinner for me. Maybe it was a longer cup. But so far, I got my little kick. I got, you know, better than everyone else so far in the city who makes matcha. Okay, they have their quantities. And the lady, the server, the girl, the cashier, the lady, pleasant, cheery, polite. She took my order once. I didn't have to tell her anything because I was watching. I'm always watching them and she just said she heard me. She didn't repeat it after me. She said, "We'll give you'll get it in like 10 minutes. Have a seat." So I'm watching her. I'm thinking, okay. And she proceeds to say exactly what I said, and I saw her mix everything. I said, her memory. She's great. She's lovely. I wanted to tip her. There was a tip cup, but I said, I don't want to give anybody I'm not putting a tip in the tip cup because she will never get what she's due. And I wanted change to be able to give it to her. But she said, you know what she said? Next time. There's always next time. So today is the 6th of February. Whomever was at Olatia, the lady with braids, it was around 10 a.m. I don't know if she was wearing a tag on her shirt, but I don't think, I may have read it and not, there was nothing really for me, no name. So really, kudos to her. I'm yet to chase the cappuccino. I'll let you know what that is. Cups are nice. Love the little logo and the little colors on the black. Everybody seems to be going for black these days. You know, we don't have to copycat, but I'm sure Olatia has been around for a while, so it's not like they are copying anyone, but nice cups. That's also important to me. Okay, so just try the decaf cappuccino. Insipid, doesn't taste good. So the matcha, yes. Decaf, no. But I'm going there again. Gonna try it again. Maybe it was just the combo. I feel like decaf cappuccinos, because very few people or no one orders them, somehow maybe the coffee is stale. It's not happening. Or the quality of the coffee, I don't know what it is, but it just tastes like water and oat milk. I don't smell the coffee. I don't taste it. So, Olatia, matcha, okay. Although it makes me feel, the matcha is kind of giving me a little of an upset stomach. That's okay. That's okay. But we'll see. This is Friday's errand outfit of the day. Same shoes, Chinese laundry. And this is the dress. I will tell you who it's by later. I forgot to look at the name, but I'll put the name of the outfit. So this is it. Just a linen dress with some detail in the front. Flowers. Side zip. This is what it looks like. of the day, Friday dress. The earrings I'm wearing are by this, and this is the QR code that you can scan. So these are the Jinyami in is it Perspect, epoxy, that kind of thing. So that's it, made in Ghana. They came in this. I think they may have, I don't know if this is the packaging, but this is what I was given. It was a gift, Christmas present. So, zippered bag. I'm not a chip person, crisps, but I like to try things out. What caught my eye was sun-dried. And I was like, what does that mean? I chose the rock salt, slightly salted, because the other one was something hot, and I'm tired of hot stuff because I'm not a hot stuff person. So based on this, I suspect it could be Indian. I bought it in the grocery store just to try. And let's see where it's, well, I tried to look for where it's manufactured. It seems like I guess they're different manufacturers worldwide, but I think this particular one is manufactured in South Africa. And they say that, I'm not reading with my reading glasses, so bear with me. Jacobson's understands the importance of Indian tradition, there we go, and have mastered centuries-old methods and techniques of preparing healthy snacks. We have adapted modern technology to provide for complete hygiene and packaging to preserve the goodness. Well, Jacobson, you're about to try your sun-dried potato chips. I prefer opening my packets properly. So this is how I would open mine. Nice thick chip. Oh God. They are soft. I don't like them. They're not crispy. Well, they are not a crisp chip. They are a very much like the poppadoms. If you are thinking of a poppadom, these are like more like the poppadom. But you know, some poppadoms are not as soft as these. I think the flavor, the rock salt flavor, I'm actually growing to like them. I think they're shocked that they were not like a crisp, which is fine. They still have a little crunch. So yeah, they even look like a poppadom, you know. So they could be more like mini poppadoms. They are a chip that should be eaten definitely with like a guacamole type dip, as opposed to like a cream cheese type thing. So the story today is the taste test of the coffee is at a grocery store. In the grocery store, like some grocery stores have, like they have a Starbucks in it and stuff, like this grocery store I believe has its own coffee section where they make coffee for you. It's not a cafe, you just buy your coffee and you go. It's catering to people who work in that area. And they also have, I think, ice cream and then smoothies. They make those as well. And of course, I always watch them and always have to repeat myself. I said decaf cappuccino with a large decaf cappuccino with oat milk. The cashier wasn't sure. The one who took my order wasn't sure. She asked the girl said no. I think they thought I said whole milk. It sounded like oat milk may sound like whole milk. So I'm watching her. I see the whole milk come out and I say, Ma, oat milk. She looks at me befuddled and I'm like, OAT. I guess the spelling threw her off even more. She said, if you buy the milk here, I can make it for you. I said, well, I bought milk, but I bought macadamia because there was no oat milk. She said, I can make that for you. And I was like, no, I don't want to, I don't really like to do things like that because I don't know what the establishment rules are. I wouldn't want anybody. But the fact was, I had bought it there in their store, and they are the ones who would be supposed to use the same milk. So she said, I will make it for you with that macadamia. So she made it. It tastes good. I can't complain. Kudos. Very light and very sweet. Some of my favorite sweets or snacks are stroop waffles and licorice from the Netherlands. So whenever my friends would go back home and come back, they would always bring me stroop waffles and some licorice. I just happened to come across this in one of our stores here. I grabbed it. I know I might not see it again, but I took only one because sometimes you take two and you find that it is terrible. I'm not even sure if it's actually from Holland, but this store does carry a lot of foreign products, which is what I love. Yeah, it's made in South Africa. Look at the expiration dates, 2025 or 2026. Anyway, let's see how it tastes. Can't say much for the packaging. Look very old schoolish. And this is it. No, I haven't bitten into it yet. It came out looking this way. It feels like the original. Let me see what it tastes like. I can't complain. I cannot complain. It will do. Tastes gingery. When I say gingery, it has not ginger in it, but has that sort of ginger flavor without the zing. I'm not sure what I'm tasting. Let me see what the ingredients are. What would make it taste that way? Lemon, bourbon, vanilla, I don't know. Cinnamon, not at all. Caramel, not sure. Anyway, it's okay. Good, it'll be great with a nice cup of coffee. Now, as I found these in Square Mart, I think you would like them unless you already know them. Stroop waffles. A friend of mine and his wife, whenever they would go home back to visit the Netherlands, they would bring me back stroop waffles and licorice. And you know, licorice there is totally different. So I'm just showing this to you. I got it in Square Mart, which is what? Food lovers mart, supposedly, kind of. But they always have this foreign food section and a health section as well. So just showing it to you because I think you might already know them, but if you don't, I think you would like them. Mushrooms had scrambled eggs in it as well. Not sure what happened to the cheese in the fridge, so even if it was grated, it had clumped together. Doesn't matter. The end result.
Every day, yeah, because of the rains, yeah. But yeah, so get back home and
If you got this far, I thank you. Leave an emoji with the starry eyes in the comment section, because you certainly will be starry-eyed by now.